new watch, new babe.
So what's good, TMG fam? Listen, man, I have to realize the power of your words, or the power of my words, bro. Was that yesterday? I don't know, my mind is bad. You know what I mean? Did a lot of bad things coming up. So yeah, my mind kind of slips me a little bit. You know what I mean? By the way, toast, cheers to everybody. But I believe it was yesterday, right? And I was just talking about the weather. Nice weather. I looked out the window just like I just did. Looked out the window, and today, 87 degrees, bro. I ain't wanted to shoot up that hot, bro. That's that uncomfortable, don't want to go outside weather, too hot weather. You know what I'm saying? 87, 88 degrees today, bro. Like, come on, man. It got different real quick. I forget, bro, in the South, you got to be mindful of your words when you're speaking about weather and Mother Nature, bro. She take it serious. You know what I mean? But anyway, how else can we start the day off, man? We got to start the day off with our favorite sheriff. Grady Judd is in the building right now, baby. Sheriff Grady Judd. This time, we're checking out a video where he provides updates on an Uber driver who shot and killed a man. Now, we've had these discussions plenty of times about my opinion on Uber drivers, man. I just feel like it's getting out of hand. There's no barrier. You're seeing more and more of these stories pop up of these people in the back. And this isn't the beginning, man. It's been going around since taxis, but I just feel like now with social media, it's handed to you on the, here, it's shoved in your face, like, here, this is what's going on. So the more we see it, the more I'm like, Because before Uber and Lyft, taxis in the South wasn't, well, I can't say the South. Taxis where I'm from, you didn't see too many of them. If you saw a taxi where I lived at, it was like a unicorn. You know what I'm saying? It was up, and you had to point it out like, yo, there go a taxi. Now you up in the bigger cities, New York, New Jersey, taxis, they come a dime a dozen. Where I'm from, they didn't. So, you didn't have these incidences, but now Uber and Lyft is everywhere. So you're starting to have more and more of this stuff. And like I said, with social media, you're seeing it more. So I'm interested to see Sheriff Judd's take on this. Let's check him out.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for being with us this morning. We have 3 cases that we're going to talk to you about. The first one is of particular interest to me, and I think it should be to all of you as well. We know that whenever people have had too much to drink, we tell them, call a taxi or call Uber. Don't drink and drive. Well, this all started at a bar or a lounge on Highway 27 in Dundee, where a young lady obviously had way too much to drink. And her car was in the parking lot, and a patron and the bartender together said, hey, we got to get this lady home. She's in no condition to drive, so they called Uber. Uber arrives. The female patron in the bar, who we now know's name is Jessica, helps escort the lady we now know as Jasmine and put her into the Uber.
Right there is a caution from me right there, bro. If I'm driving Uber, I never want to pick somebody up from the bar. Let me scratch that. I do want to help, but it's all of the variables that can go wrong that is a deterrent for me, man. You got to worry about that person puking in your car, all over your car. Man, I've been in a club with a girl so drunk. She wasn't with our crew, but she was in the club, bro. And she pooped in the club. Yes, I said poop. I got kids. She pooped in the club, bro. Like literally, like you had to leave because it was smelling. Like that's a variable. You know what I'm saying? Then you gotta, what if she's the the angry drunk. So you got to worry about that. What if she hops out while you driving or something like, you know what I'm saying? It's just too much for me.
The Uber driver leaves, and he is on his way taking her home in the vicinity of Winter Haven, Florida. You can see a conversation that occurs here during this period of time, and the conversation is between Jessica, who is at the bar, and her boyfriend, and you can tell they have a very rocky relationship here. And the boyfriend is explosive. He's stalking his girlfriend, he's angry with her, and he tells her, quote unquote, I'm going to F up the Uber driver. Now let's go back to the Uber driver. The Uber driver, knowing nothing about what's going on, because this conversation is between a guy we now know to be Jason Boak and his girlfriend, who's still at the bar. So it's a little confusing, but it's really simple. Jason thinks his girlfriend got into the Uber. He doesn't realize that Jason's girlfriend, Jessica, helped put Jasmine in the Uber. Now let me give you some more background. Neither Jasmine or Jessica or the Uber driver know each other. This is just traditional. I've had too much to drink. Uber driver wheels up. Jessica puts Jasmine in the Uber. Uber takes off toward Winter Haven.
So he must have access to her Uber account to know that she's in a, like, I'm a little bit confused. Hold on a second. Let me back up a little bit, y'all.
The Uber. Jason thinks using, but it's
okay.
So it's a little confusing, but it's really simple. Jason thinks his girlfriend got into the Uber. He doesn't realize that Jason's girlfriend, Jessica, helped put Jasmine in the Uber. Mm-hmm. Now let me give you some more background. Neither Jasmine or Jessica or the Uber driver know each other. This is just traditional. I've had too much to drink. Uber driver wheels up. Jessica puts Jasmine in the Uber. Uber takes off toward Winter Haven.
So Jessica just being a good citizen right now. Being a good citizen, going the extra mile to look out for somebody and calling them an Uber. Okay.
Goofball here.
I forgot not to drink during Granny Judd's. During his debriefings. I know better. That's me. I know better. Whew.
Thinking his girlfriend is in the Uber, and you can see he texts. It's nice of him to text. His intent talks about what all he's going to do to the Uber driver. Uber driver obviously has no idea until a Ford F-250 pickup truck pulls right up on his bumper with bright lights. The Uber driver says, I wonder who this guy is. The tailgates him a minute, then he pulls out beside him, rides beside him a couple of seconds on 542 or the Dundee Road between Dundee and Winter Haven, and then starts to pass him and forces him to a stop in the roadway. When he does that, Jason jumps out of his F-250 pickup truck and says, "You know, I got a pistol. You want me to shoot you?" That was a terrible mistake on Jason's part, because the Uber driver not only happens to be a licensed to carry a firearm, concealed firearm in the state of Florida.
And you know how great he feels about people who are licensed He'd rather them shoot you. Like, no sugarcoating, no nothing. He'd rather them go ahead and just shoot you. You threaten him, you threaten his life. He don't know what your intentions are. Yep, take him out.
But he just finished the police academy.
Ooh.
So he understands the law. You will see the video in just a second. So when Jason jumps out of his truck after forcing him off of the road, is rapidly approaching him and saying, I got a, what was it? I've got a pistol. You want me to shoot you? He's holding a cell phone in his right hand coming up from his waist. When he does that, our shooter, Robert, who is an Uber driver, shoots him one time in the chest. And down he goes. Then Robert immediately, the Uber driver, calls 911. He talks in police lingo, by the way. Hey, we need EMS, we need fire. I've shot one time. He threatened me. He tries to contain the bleeding. Then he starts doing CPR, and you can hear as he gives a rendition about the suspect, Jason, breathing his last breath. Jasmine, who's in the back seat, so drunk she don't know Sikkim from come here. She hears.
Yo, she don't know Sikkim from come here. Yo. Oh, see, that's why I'm not drinking nothing right now. I'd have spit all over my computer, bro. Oh, fam. She don't know Sikkim from come here. I ain't never heard that before. Oh, man. Yo, Grady, wow.
Sikkim from come here. She hears all this after the fact, and we're in the process of downloading some video after the shooting's over where apparently she staggered out of the vehicle. But Jasmine doesn't know anything. She doesn't know the guy driving. She has no relationship with Jessica, who was just trying to be a good Samaritan. And at the end of the day, the message is clear. Don't mess with the Uber driver. Leave the Uber driver alone, because he just may be a certified police officer in waiting. And when you force him off of the road and threaten to shoot him with a gun while holding a cell phone in your right hand, which is a shiny object, in a second, you could get shot and killed. This is a justifiable homicide all day long. You have the right to.
Did we expect him to say anything different, bro? Like, I just feel like if I lived there, he got my back. If I say, man, and he came at me, I don't, you know what I'm saying? If it's justifiable, I think he has your back. Now, I can't sit here and say that I haven't seen somebody talk negative about him in the comment section. I have, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's people that talk negative about me. It's people that talk negative about everybody. So you're not going to have everybody like you. So all I can say is from what I've seen. Let me say that again. From what I've seen and heard of him. You know, we haven't seen him in action or anything. So from what I've heard and seen him display in these debriefings, it seems like he got your back. You know what I mean? And that's just on face value of what I'm seeing.
Protect yourself. This is a classic stand your ground case. A classic. And this was the intent of the law. Let me paraphrase. Uber driver's just doing his job. He has no clue in the world what's happening until a truck forces him off of the road. The guy jumps out and in seconds is on him saying, I got a pistol, you want me to shoot you? And he defends himself. Here's a message for the hotheads of the community. Don't do that stuff. Good people carry guns, and they will shoot you a lot. Graveyard dead. Leave.
They will shoot you a lot. Yo, Grady is wild, fam. Like, I hope this Uber driver who was waiting to be a police officer, I hope this sped up the process to show you, hey, you know what I mean? Give that man a job.
Leave people alone.
Right.
It's a new day in the state of Florida and in the United States. You may be used to bullying people and being bigger and stronger and beating people up and slamming their heads into the pavement and pulling knives on them. I highly recommend that, against that. I highly recommend against that if you value your life. Because Jason here thought he'd get out and throw a little threat on the Uber driver, and I appreciate Jason giving us his criminal intent in advance in writing. It helps create a perfect stand your ground for the Uber driver, Robert Westlake. Any questions on this one?
Did he actually have a pistol on his person or in the car or at home?
We have not found a pistol in the car, but when he got out making those threats, and you'll see, let's look at the video. You'll get a clear, you'll see if after you have to look at it over and over, but understand the Uber driver is having to react real time, but you'll see how fast it happened and the fact that he had something in his right hand that Robert, the Uber driver, said after the fact, as I kicked it, thinking I'm kicking a gun out of the way, then I see it's a cell phone.
I say something? Oh my God. Oh my God. I didn't shoot you.
That's how fast it happens. That's how quick.
He walked several times. Yeah, he kept doing that.
You've got to decide whether you want to live or die as the victim. And that's how fast these victims have to make those decisions. Can you back that up, Matt, so you can see once again how quick it is?
I say something? Oh my God. Oh my God. I didn't shoot you.
Ladies and gentlemen,
You can't tell me that if you were sitting in that Uber driver's position that wasn't a pistol. You can't tell me. There's no way. It's the people who's sitting there just trying to decipher whether or not it's a pistol is the ones who gonna end up dying. If I see or think, hesitate, split-second decision is whether you live or die.
gentlemen, it goes without saying the Uber driver had a camera in his car. But you see how rapidly you have to make a decision of whether you live or whether you die. And I can tell you unequivocally, the Uber driver, Robert, did exactly the right thing to protect himself and ostensibly his passenger as well. Any other questions? We'll certainly make that available for y'all. Jason, I don't know. Boak, B-O-E-K? That's Polk County pronunciation. So that is subject to modification by someone who may have a different interpretation being the family, but we call him Boak. Johnson Boak broke the law and he stands no more. It was not a good decision on his part. Oh, he was a barber at one time. And this picture is flattering compared to how bad he looked that night rolling out of that truck.
Yo, Grady, bro, you just don't let up, bro. Did you, yo.
Leave people alone. They may have a gun and shoot you.
Yo, did I stumble? How did y'all get me here to this, bro? I appreciate. I thank y'all, bro. This is the craziest thing I think I've been watching lately. Yo, Sheriff Judd is like one of one. None before him and none to come, bro. One of one. I promise you, man. This is just, whew. Wow. Man, listen, bro. Y'all be careful out there, man. There's no reason that dude should have lost his life. Especially and over a argument about a girl, with your girl or with your partner or your snicker. You should never lose your life over that type of situation, bro. Walk away, blow off some steam, or just break up, separate, go see other people. It's not worth it, fam. It's not worth it. Listen, man, y'all stay safe. And y'all get at me in the next reaction. I'm out. Peace. Y'all stay solid. Hey.